I'm just looking at photos of Ross in Edinburgh.
I can see... Ross, you were on the Edinburgh Castle, right?
It's mainly Ross's significant other and a phone in front of Ross's face in the mirrors.
Yeah.
Well, I can see them both at Edinburgh Castle with Isengard behind them.
Uh-huh. Is that is that camera obscura there? Is that what's called camera obscura? The tower with the telescope you went into?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it is.
You know how the background where Ross and his girlfriend are both posing? She's smiling, Ross is smiling, Ross's eyes are nearly closed, her eyes are nearly wide open, you can just see Ross's eyes.
Ross doesn't look very happy.
No, he looks like he's...
See what? I'll tweet that picture, right, and Dolmo, you can link it down in the description, right?
Right.
Oh, we should...
Well, you need to ask your girlfriend's permission first.
I'm tweeting it, so it's fine.
Yeah. And in the background, there's the tall building that's above Ross, just on Ross's head. I nicknamed that Isengard for when I worked in Edinburgh. Every time I was with smaller people, and I would go, "We're taking the hobbits to Isengard."
Wow.
It was just quite funny the way that they all started running after I said it. Good times.
I know, GG. I don't know why I'm saying GG.
I've Facebooked I've tweeted the picture. You can put it up in the link or actually show it at the minute or whatever. So there you go.
Okay.
Show it at the minute. No, I don't think I should.
Next question.
Well, no, I was actually hoping that conversation would go on because I'm out of questions.
Are you?
What was the question again?
No, it wasn't. I just said that we'd finished... Well, what was the one we finished afterwards before you two started talking about... I think that's us for the questions.
Is that us?
Yeah, go back to the news again.
How about this, right?
There's nothing in the news.
What were you going to say, Ace?
I forgot.
You forgot already?
Yeah.
That was... It's like in school when people are like, oh, me, yes, Jimmy? Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot.
I don't think we've ever done this on a podcast. Xbox One, PS4, or PC.
Dun, 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 dun,
So basically, Xbox, PS4, or PC Master Race. Everything is silent.
That's the ultimate question.
I would say my initial would be PC, but the problem I have, I don't know. I would say PC for a lot of games, but there's some games for me it's just better to have a controller, and to have the PS4, you know. So I would say PC, PS4, and then Xbox. That would be the order for me.
For me, it'd be Xbox, well, PC, Xbox, and then PS4, and then PS3, and then Xbox 360. The Xbox 360 lagged behind with the final battle of wits and will within the games industry.
No, the Xbox just doesn't interest me at all. That's just because I was always a PS person, but like Xbox One was a bit of a cock up from beginning, to be honest. And
your
just
decision, Dalmo?
PC.
Yeah, PC.
Yeah, that's it. I have no other views.
Right.
Yeah,
well, let's
PC.
have one more. Nintendo Entertainment System. The N64 or the Game Boy, the very first Game Boy that was a brick and it was no colour.
Game Boy.
Domo?
Sorry, it has to be Game Boy.
I like the NES.
The NES was one of the best consoles out back in the day.
But then again, I also like the Game Boy. But which one's better? There's only one way to find out!
Fight!
Can I be the Game Boy and beat Liam up?
Yeah, go on.
Hey,
Ace. Go on then.
my preference has got to be the N64. It was one of the first... No, wait, no, it was NES, sorry. The NES, because it was one of the first games consoles ever to be created. If you look it up right now, you'll find out. It basically...
Yeah, but for me it was about... Because like, the reason why I prefer... Like, I would prefer the PSP or the Nintendo DS over the PS4 or Xbox One, because of portability. Because a lot of the time, I will sit and just game on my phone, and I'm bored of the apps on my phone, so I'd rather just sit and play, like GTA or something else on the PS4. But I'm like, I'm waiting on the train, I can't do that. Oh, I've got my Nintendo, flip out, and I'm work, or if I'm in the house, I'm like, the PS4's upstairs, I'm downstairs in the office. You know what? PSP. It's that kind of... That's that. For me, it's all about portability. Is my main thing when to choose things, and that's why I prefer PC gaming as well. Because PC gaming, I just need one screen, a keyboard and mouse. Where the PS4, I've got the PS4 controller, wires, and monitor. Where I can PC game with one wire.
Well, not one wire. That's only for Mac.
No, yeah, for me though, I'm not saying for anyone else. For me individually, it's one wire, and then that's me able to play.
Yeah, that's only for MacBooks though. For a computer, you've got one.
No, that's some Windows computers are like that.
Yeah, that's an all-in-one. But if you want a gaming computer, it's minimum 6 wires.
Not really. I mean, the computer that you have, how many wires do you have at the minute for your computer?
About 10.
10, right? I have, I'll keep my wired mouse and my wired keyboard, so I have 1, 2, 3 wires, and my computer can do basically anything you can do. The only thing it can't do is play certain games, but that's just because it's not written for the operating system. And what's your memory like?
I've got 1 terabyte. I'm working on adding in another 2 terabytes into it.
Okay, so I'm on 1 terabyte as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what's your memory?
That is, I've got 1 terabyte and 1 20 gigabyte SSD, as well
that's
as
storage. What's your memory?
It's RAM, Ross.
I've
got 8 gig.
8 gig, right. I've got 16 gig.
Does it make a difference? It all goes with a graphics card.
I don't think you need 16 gig.
Max graphic cards are really good, but you need the RAM for the speed as well. So, sitting here, I have a gaming PC, a good gaming PC, a great editing PC, and a good sit around doing nothing PC. I mean, even the Mac laptops or Windows laptops, they all come pretty basic to play the basic games. You don't need a 10 wires computer to make your gaming PC.
That's only because I've got dual monitors.
I've got dual monitors as well, but my screen is, as you know, pretty damn massive, and I can play a lot of bad games like that.
Like, I've got 23.6 inches.
Yeah, Tomato Milkshake, Megan.
Yeah.
She's got a new laptop, and she's able to play all the games we can play perfectly fine. So, and that's how many wires? None. Maybe one for the charger and one for the mouse, aye. But other than that, you don't, people think, more wires equals better. It's really not. It's all about your performance rates, your memory rates.
What's your graphics card? What is your graphics card?
Nevada GeForce GTX 775M 2048 megabyte or MB.
I've got an Nvidia GeForce GTX 6GB graphics card. Well, 2 3GB graphics memory. It just depends on what your computer can handle. It's nothing to do with the games you play. It's all to do with what it can handle.
Oh, but that's what I'm saying. Like Megan's, if we got Megan's up, I bet you any money, Megan's laptop is not as powerful as my computer or your computer.
Yeah.
But it is damn good, and it can run her games. Like all the graphics cards really kind of does is for the bigger monitor, and that's really where the graphics card really helps, I'd say, because you can have a great graphics card but a crap screen, and you don't really notice the difference. But you can have a great screen and a crap graphics card, and you'll know the difference.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. You don't, as I was saying, Windows computers can come as one and all, and they're damn good.
Yeah, look at Leon's. Leon's got an all-in-one.
Yeah, Leon's got one, and it does, it does really well.
Sometimes it's bad, but other times it's amazing. Just depends on his internet connection.
Yeah, but that's nothing to do with his computer, though.
No,
that's
I know.
His internet connection.
Yeah.
So it's not bad. He can still game. He just can't game online well.
Right, I'll be back in 2 minutes. Just to discuss something.
Okay, hold on. Let me pose a question. So who wins this argument then? You, the viewer, decides. Does Ross win with his Mac, or does Ace win with his Windows? We will decide next episode.
Dun, dun, dun.
Can you hang on, Ace? Can you do a kind of jingle for that? We're going to call it RSG Debates, okay?
RSG
Debates. Shut up! Can I say one last thing, which is, don't be saying, I'm talking about genuinely just on performance. I'm not talking about,
preference.
Games being roped and, because if DayZ was put onto the Max, it would run just as smooth. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the genuine, you do not need a big fancy gaming PC to game well. That's my argument. Macs are not built for gaming, all the time. Yet the games they play, I've never played, I was Windows for years, and the machine would crash, or the game would crash and stuff like that. I've had really next to no trouble. And maybe that's just me as a personal preference, and not personal preference.
Maybe you're just not one of the lucky Mac users.
Experience.
Right.
The experience, which is the Mac works fine as a gaming PC. You don't need a big fancy one. You can have a laptop, and it can still be better.
Right, Ross. We'll discuss this in the next episode. This has been RSG Debates. Thanks for listening.
Can we change the jingles so we can have a different jingle for each one instead of just RSG? Ha ha ha. I mean, I know it's good, don't get me wrong.
This is RSG Debates.
That is brilliant.
We talk the talk, we crap the crap, we shouty shout, and this is the debates. Doing. There you go, this is a jingle.
RSG Debates.
RSG Debates. Huh.
RSG Debates! RSG Debates!
Right, I will be back in a minute, guys. You just talk about something.
Sure. Okay, so Ross, what games are you looking forward to in 2015 that are being released in 2015 or have been released in the past month? What games are you looking forward to? Google games to be released in 2015.
Yeah, I
know.
Games in 2015. Because I don't know. The 2014 was not the year for games.
It wasn't.
Because they came out just glitched up.
Mm-hmm.
All the big games just came out glitched, and it was horrible, and it's right. I'm looking forward to Dying Light.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to that game, because it's a parkour day. Oh, Uncharted 4? Hell yeah. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to Uncharted 4.
Uncharted 4?
Uncharted 4, I'm really looking forward to that. Halo 5's coming out. I'm not a big Halo person though, but that's just me personally.
Halo 5 should be amazing.
Yeah, it's a good game. I've just never played it. The Homefront would be an interesting game. The new Homefront's coming out.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because the people that designed it aren't the same people as the one that designed the first one.
Yeah. Oh, Star Wars Battlefront, guys. No Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah, that was the one I was going to say.
Yeah, other than that, I don't really see another one that I'm really looking forward to. There's really not. Oh, sorry. The Rainbow Six game as well.
Tom Clancy's games are good in some aspects, but not in others.
No, Tom Clancy's games are amazing. I mean, the fact that they are so good at being kind of realistic with the whole gear and stuff. The only game that I don't like is Hawks. I don't like the plane games. I don't think they really work that well. But the actual Rainbow Six and stuff like that are really, really good. There's a few there's Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege and Tom Clancy's The Division comes out this year.
So as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, a lot of games came out last year that weren't complete. Do you think obviously betas are becoming more, popular with some
betas?
And alphas, games being released unfinished. Do you like that? Because I know what JJ's view is if he were here. But what do you think about games in beta and whatnot?
Okay, so I'll do it in the best way I can, which is an example. If Assassin's Creed Unity came out and went, this is a beta, give us £50, I'd be not paying that extra money. I thought a lot of games that came out in 2015 were just buggy to bits, and then you had a lot of alphas and a lot of betas, but you have to be. Yeah, I think they have to have it in the title.
Well, they do.
They have to tell people that this is a beta or this is an alpha, and I don't see if something's a beta, I don't see the whole pay £40 for one. The most I'd pay. Yeah, the most I see paid for a beta was just. Yeah, I would rather pay £15 for a beta though, because then you don't know what it's going to be. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's what kept happening. Ross would talk and Dom would talk at the same time. They would both stop, so one other.
I know, this is so awkward.
Again, and then Ross would talk and Dom would talk again, and it would happen again for about 3 times until we realised one person stops, the other one continues. Unless someone doesn't realise that one person has to stop, they both continue talking.
Wow. You're very observant. Yeah, cool. What do you think about betas, Ace?
Basically, betas are a good idea because it lets people into what they're going to be. 1 second, just finishing off a donut.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I hate you.
That jam donut was lovely.
Shut up.
Basically, betas are good in my eyes, Max. Because of the fact that sometimes it shows you what is wrong with the game at first, and you could report it and tell them what's wrong with it before it gets released as a full game. On the other hand, it is a really bad idea because it lets other companies get little game testers to buy the game and test it out and say, we could do this game only better, stuff like that. So there's mixed opinions within me about games, betas, and stuff like that.
No, I'm really supportive of quite a lot of game betas. There are a few. They release it and it's not even out of development. If they get it to a developed stage where it could be a game, albeit not a good game, but if it could, if it's playable and you can play through it as a proper game initially, that's fine, and then you can change bugs and little parts along the way. If you give it at, say, 20% completed, and there's not much to it, then it's a bit different, and I think Ross is right. I wouldn't pay £50 for a game that isn't finished. I would wait until I knew the game wasn't bugged But then again, if you pay £50 at the start, you're going to get a finished game, hopefully, and that's the big hopefully, because some obvious game companies don't deliver. But yeah, I quite like.
I hate if I'm playing a game and like Unity, which is the single player on it. I hate the fact that it came out so buggy, and I won't go and sit and play Unity again for a long time. At least the single player. I won't go back and do the whole missions again. For a wee while. I mean, I just find that pointless. You're going to release a game.
You should release it to its full potential and not to buggy expectations. Like
unless it's a beta, and you say, look, this is a beta, and people will expect, there'll be bugs, and people won't go,
Yeah.
Like, look at Daisy. Look at Daisy.
Daisy was amazing for it.
It's got a lot of bugs, but on the other hand, it's an amazing game, and I can't wait till it's finished so that I can see the full product. But then you look at Assassin's Creed. I ran out that night it was released, bought Assassin's Creed Unity, paid £50, and I got past the first mission, and then it started bugging by not letting me play missions and not letting me do this, that, and the next thing, and it started to annoy me.
I paid for, I think for the best beta, and if you're going to release a beta game, you use Steam, or you use the PlayStation Store. You don't release hard copies of it. Betas are amazing if it's properly done. It's amazing. DayZ is the best beta game I've ever seen because it came out. People knew it was buggy. People used the bugs to their advantage, and they fixed it. But you went into DayZ going, "This is going to be fun. This is going to be buggy. What the hell?"
Yeah, it's not unlike hang on. It's not unlike Minecraft, where people exploited the bugs and made all these farms, and then that eventually developed.
Yeah.
They left it in the game, or they updated it so that you could. What once were bugs are now features of the game. Carry on.
Minecraft as well. I completely forgot about Minecraft. Minecraft Alpha. So Minecraft, the very first Minecraft, was very, very basic, and it did well. And people knew it was an alpha, and people knew it was a beta when the beta came out, and then people knew this. And then the best thing about Minecraft is you buy Minecraft at the initial price, which is whatever it is now, and you play it, and then you get free upgrades to go, oh, by the way, we fixed these bugs, or by the way, we've done this. But you're still, how much is Minecraft now, actually?
17 or 18.
£17, £18, right? For me, that's it's still an indie game, even though it's owned by Microsoft now. But I still see it as an indie game. It's still an indie style game. And if you look at Minecraft's success, the best thing that's ever happened to Minecraft was Notch, but obviously Notch created it. And the best thing that happened was the community. And the fact that you went into Minecraft knowing that this is, fun, don't take it serious, have a laugh with it, no one went in and went, oh, these bugs, no, I'm not playing the game. You'd go, oh, bugs, right, let's make a farm, let's put it up on YouTube, let's have a laugh for a wee while. And then people are like, oh, fantastic, great. Beta and alphas are brilliant for what they do, but if you're going to release the next Call of Duty, the next Assassin's Creed, the next Uncharted, or the next big game, as it were, that's not indie, if it's not indie, it shouldn't be released as a beta or alpha. That's my view.
I think what you're trying to say is right, because Minecraft, Sandbox, it's not a linear storyline game. DayZ, not a linear storyline game.
Yeah.
7 Days to Die, not a linear. All these Assassin's Creed Unity, is it open world? I'm not sure. It may be open world, but it's still got the missions.
It's a linear.
It's a linear storyline game in alpha beta. I mean, that's where it's going. Well, that's where it's all going wrong. Like GTA 5, when it was released, it had so many bugs just because they wanted to get it released and get the money.
Mm-hmm.
And
if it's not linear,
if it's if it's Sandbox, you're fine. You can add stuff in. It's great, unturned. But if it's a linear, you really need to get it all done and maybe do a few bug fixes, but don't make any major adjustments and don't put it in beta. Yeah,
look how far games have come, right? Do you remember the very first console that didn't have 3D? Then you look at the PlayStation 1, which was the very first console to have 3D. And now look at the PS3 and PS4, Xbox 360, Xbox One, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. It's amazing how far games have come with the graphics.
We had the book.
Last week. I mean, this is a weird thing, right? So we look at, before the PS1 it was all 2D stuff, right?
Yep.
Yeah, PS1 came out 3D.
Yeah.
So when was the PS1? PS1 was 1994. It was released in Japan. In 1994. No, 94 in Japan, 95 in Europe and America.
Yeah, I'm talking about here and in Europe where we are today.
Yeah, but it came out, I know, but it came out in 1994 in Japan in December. I was looking at this recently, I didn't just look it up there.
Yes, you did, don't lie.
And no, I didn't.
Okay, guys, don't fight.
I'll wait if I said 5 minutes.
And it was 3D. Now it is 2014, 15, and the Oculus Rift is still not.
The Oculus Rift is basically like the graphics that were on the PS1.
Yeah, and you're thinking it's taken us 20 years to do the next jump up. No. Yes, graphics have been better. Yes, performance rates have been better, but it's taken 20 years to get from 3D to
4D.
Fair enough, 4D.
Soon it'll be 5D.
No, that's a camera.
No.
No, I'm disappointed in gaming this year. I thought this year would be the year of Oculus Rift, especially with the curved TVs. I'm thinking curved TVs will turn into hologram TVs. I think that's the theory behind them. And I'm just disappointed at the fact that we have this great technology, but it's not being pushed. Fair enough, the Oculus is in beta, That's what the Oculus is. It's in beta at the minute. And I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it being buggy, or I'm happy with it doing that because, it's maybe in beta. But I'm waiting for the next bump up. Like, see if they had all the games that were on the PS4 for the PS3, and having hindsight, I wouldn't have bought the PS4. I would have stayed at PS3. Because I don't see a big jump. PS1 to PS2 was a big jump.
Right,
PS2 to the PS3 was a big jump. But the
Xbox to
PS4
Xbox 360 was a big jump. Xbox 360 to Xbox One was a massive jump.
But that's because you guys tried. That's because the Xbox One tried to become more of an entertainment unit.
It is though.
But I'm talking about for the PlayStation and the kind of actual gaming behind it.
Right. Well, we'll talk about this in the next episode because I need to go. Right. So in the next episode we'll finish this conversation.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Comment down below what you think. How the conversation's going.
Yeah.
Xbox One, PS4.
How do you comment on SoundCloud though? For those listeners on SoundCloud.
Go to our YouTube page, which is RealSuggestionGaming. It'll be there. This episode will be here. Comment below. If not, tweet us all. We're all on Twitter.
Ross and Domo.
Who's on Reels? I'm sure your Twitter is Domo, yeah?
No, is it not Domo
Yeah.
Douglas?
I think it is. Let me just go and check. You could go and check as well. At Donald Douglas.
At Donald Douglas.
Donald Douglas at Donald
Ross
Douglas.
McGruer. Yeah, mine's at Ross McGruer1. If not, my YouTube channels are Ross MCG or One Action Films. Don't comment on those videos about this conversation though. Just my Twitter is on there, so go find it. Have some fun. But thank you very much for listening, guys.
Thanks for listening, guys. This has been the RSG Podcast. Please look out for the next episode, which will be out next week, with us talking about more stuff. Thanks a lot, and we will see you next time.
Bye-bye!
I need to go.
Right, see you later. See you later,
Liam, you're dumb.
Ross,
I'm going now as well.
Right. As soon as I end the
See you
call, it's
later.
going to drop it for everyone,
Goodbye,
okay?
guys.